Restored Republic via a GCR. Update as of Thursday, August 25, 2022. Compiled Thursday, 25th of August 2022, 12:01 a.m. EST by Judy Byington, MSW, LCSW, therapist, journalist, author. 22 Faces, Inside the Extraordinary Life of Jenny Hill and Her 22 Multiple Personalities. Q Army. The final battle against the forces of evil. Life was never meant to be quick or easy. It was meant to teach us, to challenge us, to help us grow. Instead of surrendering to circumstances, we can learn from them, and through small and simple choices in the direction of hope, we can eventually create the circumstances we want. Judy note: The Chinese Communist Party, CCP, controls the mainstream media including newspapers from national to local levels. General David Berger uses to publish what the military is doing, especially at Gitmo, where the military was restoring the republic by eventually arresting around 2 million who took bribes to attack the USA from within. A Chinese defector with a laptop containing 20 million pages that has recorded acts of traitors and their crimes was given to Mike Pompeo and General Berger. Executive Order Update: Will paper currency really end in the U.S. on December 13, 2022, and be replaced by government-controlled cryptocurrency? Judy note: There were only a handful of military intelligence people informed of when liquidity release would actually occur, and they weren't talking. The date would be decided by the quantum computer and based on safety issues. Any other dates given were pure speculation. It was my personal opinion that notification of Tier 4B, US, the Internet Group, for exchange and redemption appointments would take place after a big event where mainstream media satellites were taken down and the emergency broadcast system came into effect on the new Starlink satellite system. Iraq has a date and new dinar rate to be put on Forex. The Iraqi parliament was set to announce the new rate within days. A high-up source felt that the GCR/RV could occur any time between now and mid-October, unless a Trump arrest caused a delay through November. The holdup was more military logistics and underground tunnel resistance, that was in the process of being aggressively finished. 16th of August. Coach Jerry, be encouraged, dear community. Our time will come. If we could figure out the precise timing, then the evil opposition could also figure it out. And I have a sneaking suspicion that the Worldwide Alliance has designed this entire movie such that no one, outside the good military, is quite able to figure it out. We will have about 10 days to exchange or redeem our currencies and bonds, ZIM, for the special rates. White Hat Intel. Calendar of events: August, Mike Lindell, my pillow guy, a personal confidant of Trump and owner of Frank's Peach, says terrible things are going to happen in August. Only 3 people know about what is about to happen. Pray for Trump. Monday, 29th of August. Moscow exchange to ban use of dollars as collateral. September will be a month of upheaval, a month when all the dirty things of this government will be exposed. The current president is disgusting to people not only in the United States but all over the world. In a few days we will send something that will destroy and expose these capital. Information will be only among the people who want good for this country, and not the manipulators. Make sure you attract this to more people. Donald J. Trump. Live on Telegram. 6 September 6 No opium EST, Q has been quiet, but QAnon lives and was going live. To be in the shadows was the only choice I had. They wanted to destroy me. They want to destroy what they cannot control. I am ready to come out from the Now is the time. November 9, 2022, 9/11, military tribunals, arrests revelations. C. IRS, FBI, CIA police state in U.S. Delta Force seizes IRS weapons shipment. Real Raw News. WEF is building the world's biggest army to take away your IRS launches a full security review in response to Republican criticism over $80 billion in funds to recruit agents. IRS agent/prosecutor unable to prove there is a law to pay income tax. There is no law. It's all smoke and mirrors. Why is there no law? Because that would be legal slavery. That's why. Kash Patel. Trump exposes the FBI, new whistleblower claims FBI leaders delayed key investigation. Sen. Johnson. IRS spending millions on weapons, ammunition, gear to weaponize agency against taxpayers. Fascism in action. FBI now arresting conservatives over social media posts. Twice IRS SWAT teams have descended on grandparents Ken and Barbie Cromer's home, confiscated that home, thrown away all their personal property and charged and found them guilty of living in their own home after a federal tax court ruled they owed no monies to the IRS. Presently there was a warrant out for their arrest, where they faced possible prison time. Update: Ken and Barbie vs. Goliath. IRS, the good, bad and great news. Crime all-stars. Before it's news of the hundreds of millions of immigrants that came through the border in the past 2 years, up to 10% of them came off of CIA military training farms in Middle and South America. 𝐓𝐶 𝐤𝐡𝐞 explained. The end of poverty, the end of debt, the beginning of a new golden age. No poverty, no hunger, no debt, only global prosperity and peace for all. Final wake-up call: 𝐓𝐶 has merged with 𝐤𝐡𝐞. The announcement of 𝐤𝐡𝐞 will now affect the Republic along with the rest of the world, amounting to a total of 206 sovereign nations. The new financial system is part of 𝐤𝐡𝐞 law. The IMF will announce the global gold standard monetary system once 𝐤𝐡𝐞 is announced. All remaining fiat currencies will be cashed in for gold standard currency. Paper money will eventually be phased out and all currencies will be digital under the new financial system. The goal is to make the transition event simple, smooth, and swift. The new financial system has been online for months and is hosted on a protected quantum server that cannot be hacked or accessed without permission. Notably, the wealth proliferation aspect is actually very stabilizing. People who have newfound wealth in extremis are far more likely to feel able to help their relatives, their close friends, their fellow citizens. They are more likely to engage in humanitarian efforts. This is wealth building. The RV might see a shortage of qualified workers. This is wealth building. But this then leads to higher wages and salaries that will be reflected in prices. This is counterbalanced by a drop in taxes of, in some cases, up to 80% of the final product cost price, which would result in deflation. As prices drop, savings increase for the worker and their family. This builds wealth. Energy costs too are now an important component of the cost mechanism for any product. Energy costs will also drop as a result of free energy and new technologies. The future will be unbelievable, complete. Our lives will evolve immensely. The cabal is on the ropes, and some of the new, suppressed, technologies that are being released date back 70 years or more. Suppressed technology is new to us, but in reality, it is very old. Some go back millions of years. For example, the purified waters of Antarctica will be used to turn the deserts green and restore mineral life to all plants and living things. The future will be unbelievably complete with cards for our own personal credit, the application of replicators that can produce everything, and surely most importantly, a new awareness of the power of our mind in order to display our needs. And soon also available real health care to make people healthy instead of sick, to regrow limbs or organs, or to reduce our age by 30 years. Money and banks are tools of the cabal to control us, with their debt-based economy which can never bring prosperity. Consequently, paper money and banks will eventually disappear. Coinage will. The greatest short-term effect will be that the RV will create a large surge in consumers over corporations that responsibly produce things that people really need will see a huge surge in business and profits for many years to come. This is wealth producing. Because a huge aspect of 𝐤𝐡𝐞 is the elimination of the national debt of every nation on earth, taxes will be adjusted to be lower for citizens and corporations. Only a flat sales tax of about 15% on new items will be applied. The pyramid structure of the global elite, including most governments and corporations, has become dysfunctional. It created class separation and fostered the belief in dearth. Part of spiritual evolution is born when one's identity is no longer attached to material matter. When there is free energy, transportation and replicators distributed to everyone, we will become equal. No one will be enslaved. People will just do what they want to do, have free time, time to reflect and be creative. No need to hoard anything. Advanced civilizations don't wonder where their next meal is going to come from, how they are going to pay for their rent, how they are going to get from A to B. The real news for Wednesday, 24th of August, 2022. MSNBC Tim Russert interviews George and John Kerry, addresses Skull and Bones. Shortly after this interview, Tim Russert dies from a heart attack. The CIA's secret heart attack gun. African develops first TV and car that run on electricity generated by radio waves. Completely self-sufficient, with no power or solar source. No one is talking about it in the mainstream and they even tried to poison him last. The elite doesn't want us to evolve. nor does it want us to know that free energy is available for very little money. We are being screwed through the teeth so that we can be exploited. I've said it before, in war, it requires strategic moves. The greatest president in the history of the world, the man who made the Abraham Accords work, the man who brought jobs back to America, the man who cut taxes, is not going to leave 3 weeks of work on the border wall and not finish it for no reason. There are reasons for everything, and as I said, we are in full swing to bring our teams to Texas to help with the current human trafficking crisis at the border. We will provide more information shortly after the next training cycle. We are looking for pediatric practices in the area that are interested in assist. Please send us a message.